And in the next hour, President Trump is expected to share his policy plans in an address to a joint session of Congress.
Several local lawmakers will not attend. WGN's Dana Rebick joins us live with the latest on what Illinois lawmakers are expecting. Dana.
Well, we do know that U.S. Representatives Mike Quigley and Jan Schakowsky are boycotting the speech. Sean Casten will also not be in attendance. Other Democratic lawmakers are bringing guests with them who have been affected by federal workforce cuts. The theme of tonight's speech, the renewal of the American dream.
This president is working so quickly. I invited him to come early in the process to give this joint address because there's so much to report to the people.
A joint address to Congress where President Donald Trump is expected to make the case for his sweeping domestic and foreign policy plans.
And one thing that never changed throughout the election last year, 70% of the American people thought the country was headed in the wrong direction, predicated on the economy and illegal immigration. This president has hit the ground running. So I think we'll hear tonight about those two things.
His illegal funding freeze is hurting the same families he swore he'd protect.
U.S. Senator Tammy Duckworth's guest tonight, the executive director of the Illinois Head Start Association.
But what he's really done is manufacture a crisis where everyone, including his own voters who depend on programs like Head Start, are hurting.
During his speech, Trump is expected to talk about immigration and also Ukraine, where military aid is now halted after a disastrous Oval Office meeting with Volodymyr Zelensky last week. And on the economy, many waiting to hear how Trump will address concerns over fallout from the 25% tariffs on Canadian and Mexican goods that went into effect today. Both countries fired back with similar tariffs on some U.S. products. Trump also doubled the tariff on China to 20%.
Well, I'm worried for my farmers, absolutely, and I have manufacturing in my district. For me, tariffs are taxes. They're taxes on my consumers, they're taxes on my small businesses, they're taxes on my constituents.
We're told tonight some lawmakers plan to wear blue and yellow ties and scarves showing support for Ukraine. First Lady Melania Trump will have several guests in attendance, including a teen victim of deep fakes and the widow and daughters of the man killed during Trump's rally in Pennsylvania over the summer. Ray.